What's up, my honey bunnies, and welcome back to a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time watching my video. I truly appreciate you. Before I get started, if you're not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If you like my content, it is free to watch my videos. And if you love beauty, plants, thrifting, just a little bit of everything, then definitely subscribe. Today's video is going to be a little chit chat, get ready with me. I just wanted to slap on some makeup and also just talk with you to see how you're doing. You know, whenever I ask you how you're doing, I really do care. I really want to know what you're going through or how you're doing, just to kind of like chit chat in the comments down below or DM me if you want to. But I really do want to know. I don't just ask you just to ask. But I do also have my basket full of goodies that I feel like I get through some of them and then new ones come in and then they go in the basket, and now I have more goodies to try. And these of course are all vegan and cruelty free. So I don't have anything on my skin right now. We are gonna apply some skincare, and for skincare I don't think I have anything that's brand new. We're just gonna go with regular products that I have right in front of my desk that I just always keep here. Always, I'm starting off with a little spray. This is the LM&Co crystal infused water, and this is the Amazonite face and body and refreshing cucumber mint, and it's 100% natural toner mist spray. That is what it says. I did receive this in my Petit Vour a couple months back. It smells like mint and cucumber, but very subtle, and it just feels really refreshing. So I really do enjoy it, and I really love that there's little crystals in here. I am obsessed with crystals. Right before this, you know, sinks in and completely dries, I am gonna go on with the hyaluronic acid from Osea. It is the Hyaluronic Sea Serum. That is what it's called. Now to seal everything in and moisturize the skin, I'm gonna go on with the Osea Atmosphere Protection Cream. Another one of my faves. I do have a one brand review video featuring Osea, so if you're interested, I'll link it in the cards. But this is such an amazing cream. It's just so good. Very lightweight, but also just does a great job in moisturizing my skin. So there we go. And then for eye cream, we're gonna go on with the Defining Gravity Eye Lifting Cream from, that's a very long name, and this is from Thrive Cosmetics. And we're just gonna pick up a little bit on my ring finger. Just the smallest amount, because you don't really need that much for your eyes. It's like a tiny little dot. I'm sure a lot of you already know, but when you apply your eye cream, you should always use your ring finger because that has less pressure. And you shouldn't apply it all the way like close to your lash line. You should apply it a little bit lower because it is gonna travel, especially when you sleep and you're using an oil. That's pretty much it for skincare, just my basic routine. Let's use the Cover FX Luminous Tinted Moisturizer. I already applied a moisturizer, but why not try it out? This is one of their new products, and they also just released new lipsticks. I think they're like velvet liquid lipsticks or something like that. I'm really interested, but right now I have so many lip products that I'm like, okay, maybe you can wait. I have 3 primers. 2 are new from Thrive Cosmetics and then 1 from Exa Beauty. I did review their foundation. I will link that video in the cards if you're interested, and I also have a blog post reviewing that foundation. But I haven't tried their primer, and I did pick it up because they were having a sale. I think if you bought them together you saved $13, and I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. Even though primers are not a product that I always get excited to try, I mean, I'll try them just to review them, but it's not a product that is necessary to me and my makeup routine. I know a lot of people love primers and they just cannot live without them, and that's fine. But for me, I just feel like they're not necessary unless I'm going for like a very flawless type of makeup look. And Thrive Cosmetics came out with just that, a blurring primer and a luminous primer, illuminating primer I should say. And yeah, so I did already try these. I'm not going to be using these today because I did already do a video featuring these. I did a one brand review and I did talk about these in there. So I'm going to go on with the Exa Beauty primer. So this is their Jumpstart Smoothing Primer charged with triple antioxidant blend. All right, so let's read the little box to see what it says, what it's supposed to do for your skin. It says soothing cacao fruit powder and free radical fighting fatty acids deliver a breakthrough blurring effect that creates a canvas of possibility for any skin tone. It's supposed to be a semi-matte finish for all skin types, all ages, and all people. So we're gonna give this a try. I am absolutely in love with the foundation, so hopefully I really do enjoy the primer as well. Okay, so that felt quite nice. I really did enjoy that it feels like a lightweight moisturizer. And it does seem like it did kind of mattify my skin just a little. As you can see, there's really no glow. So it is more of a semi-matte, so I do agree with that. I really enjoy the ingredients that are in here, so it's not just a regular primer. It does also have some skincare ingredients that are beneficial for your skin. It doesn't feel heavy, but it does feel like I have it on. And it doesn't really have a scent either, which is great. I don't think I needed a primer to apply a tinted moisturizer, but you know what? I just wanted to try it, see how it worked. This is a luminous one. They only came out with, I think, 4 or 5 shades. It's kind of off-brand when it comes to Cover FX because they are known for like inclusivity and really amazing shade ranges that include pretty much every skin tone. I did pick up the shade medium because that's usually what I go for when it comes to tinted moisturizers. I don't really know what's going on with my lighting. It kind of just turns bluish, like cool tones, and then it turns to warm tones. I think it's because I do use natural light. So I'm just gonna apply it with my fingers just like I would with any tinted moisturizer. It is for sure a very sheer product. Again, it is a tinted moisturizer, so don't expect too much coverage from it. It does feel like a moisturizer, but it's not super emollient. Like it feels like a moisturizer, but it also kind of just, I don't want to say it dries down. It feels nice. I don't know if I can use this just as a tinted moisturizer. I'm gonna have to check it out, like using it by itself. I do have combination skin, so I do have oily T-zone and then the rest is like completely dry. So I have the best of both worlds. It goes on like a moisturizer, but once it starts to dry down, it kind of doesn't feel like a moisturizer anymore, if that makes any sense. It did add a little bit of a glow, but not like super glittery or sparkly. I mean, if you put it in the sun, you can see a little bit of sparkle, but again, it's very minimal, so I do really enjoy that. The coverage, again, is very light, almost nothing. I do like it. I think it looks great on the skin for what it is, you know, a tinted moisturizer. I applied it on both sides, so you can see what it looks like on my whole face. I do like it. If you love a like barely there makeup look and you want something that's gonna add a little bit of like, just a tiny bit of color and also a little bit of luminosity, then this might be a product you would really like. I do enjoy it. Obviously, this is my first time trying it, so this is my first impressions, but so far I am liking it. I think what they were going for with this product is that obviously everybody's going for a very minimal look, hardly any makeup, so the no makeup look is very popular right now because everybody has to wear masks, and because this hardly has any like coverage, I think maybe that's why they went with only a few shades, because again, it's not a foundation and it barely has any like color to it. Let me know in the comments, do you use a tinted moisturizer on itself because that's how you're supposed to use it, because it is a tinted moisturizer, or do you apply a moisturizer before applying a tinted moisturizer? Because I always do that. I always apply a moisturizer and then the tinted moisturizer because I do want more coverage, at least to cover my blemishes, and obviously I'm gonna add some concealer. But I also picked up these little samples when I ordered the tinted moisturizer from Cover FX. They offer some samples and I picked up these right here. So these are the Power Play foundations, and I did try samples of this when it first got released. I did get 3 samples in 3 different shades, and I remember trying this product when it first came out. I got a little sample from Sephora, and I do remember I did enjoy it. It was a great long lasting. It was more on the matte side because it is supposed to be a mattifying. It's a long wearing coverage with a mattified weightless finish. Try the shade N60 just to cover up a little bit of my blemishes. Oh, okay, I think I messed up. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? The foundation is way darker than the tinted moisturizer, so I think I'm just gonna have to go and apply this to my whole face. So while I blend away, I'm gonna just share with you guys how I've been doing. I'm sure like all of you, it's tough, you know. Mental health right now is very important because the way the world is going, it's hard to, you know, to stay positive. And for sure, it's like a roller coaster for me. Some days I'm happy, some days I'm just terrified of what's gonna happen with the elections happening soon, with the climate change. We just had an earthquake last night. It was a 4 point something, so it wasn't that big, but it was super loud, and I'm not scared of earthquakes. I actually do really well with earthquakes. It didn't really shake like the house so much. We do have the house reinforced for earthquakes, but it was so loud. I think it was around 11-ish p.m. and usually that's the time that I take the dogs to go pee one last time. Well, I try to take them around 10 p.m., but I took them a little bit later because I was just too lazy to get up from bed. And usually after I take the dogs to go pee, I give the bunnies their greens so that, you know, they have their greens at night. And I was feeding Bonetsky, our white bunny, and that's when it happened. And I was like taking it out of the bag, and all I hear is like, vroom, like, I don't know, like just trembling and just like a really loud noise. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And it kind of sounded like, you know, when those obnoxious, loud muscle cars pass by and it just sounds super annoying and just loud. That's kind of what it sounded like. But then I felt it a little bit and I'm like, oh shit, it's an earthquake. And we checked on the dogs, everybody was fine. The dogs don't even care. Like every time we have an earthquake, they're just laying there like nothing's happening. The bunny, at least the one that I was there with, she did get scared and she ran under the dresser. And she kind of stayed there for a little bit, but after it was done, she came out and she ate her greens and she was totally fine. I haven't been feeling all that great. I've been feeling, you know, sad and depressed, and then other days I'm completely fine and I'm hopeful and I'm happy, and then again back and forth. So I'm sure like a lot of you, it's like a roller coaster. I was a little bit worse in the beginning, but I feel like slowly I'm starting to get back into the things that I love. Like makeup. I'm actually wearing makeup a little bit more than before, and I'm starting to film more and edit and be more present on like my social media and having fun. And sometimes it's hard to come and feel like I'm enjoying when I know other people have it worse out there. And I'm, like I said, I've said this before, I feel really grateful and very lucky that God's with me and protecting me, and we're doing pretty good, you know, with everything that's happening. But again, it does take a toll on my mental health. I'm gonna go on with concealer just to kind of balance it off, hopefully. That's pretty much how I've been doing mentally. Last week was kind of a hard week for me. Today is Saturday. I'm kind of glad that we're gonna start a new week. Hopefully it's a better week for me. But let me know in the comments, you know, how was your week? What did you do? Was it good? Was it bad? How are you feeling? If you're wondering what I do when I'm feeling like very sad and very like depressed and hopeless, I try to get up. I try to not dwell on it so much, because if I dwell on it too much, I will like deeply get into that state and not get up and get very depressed. I like to just do things that I absolutely love, that bring me joy, and also just take deep breaths throughout the day. Whenever I feel like I can't breathe, like it's too much for me, I just stop what I'm doing, take a deep breath, you hold it in 4 seconds, you breathe it out 4 seconds, and it just kind of just grounds me and it brings me back to a good space. And again, just do things that I enjoy, try to keep busy. All this week I've been trying to stay as busy as I can, and I've been doing a lot of things, and to the point where I was kind of like burned out at the end. Yesterday, which is Friday, I was burned out and I was just exhausted, and then we had an earthquake. Another thing that we've been dealing with is fires. I live close to the mountains and we have a fire maybe like 15 minutes away from us, and it was really bad. It's been really bad for like the past maybe 3 or 2 weeks. Let me pause for a little bit and let's look for some makeup to apply on my face before I just keep blabbing without even doing my makeup. I think I'm gonna go on with these new products, well, at least this one right here from Tower 28. They came out with new bronzers. It's called Bronzino and it is illuminating. I did pick it up in the color West Coast. They do have, I think, 2 shades. Right off the bat, I absolutely love the packaging of this company. Okay, so we're gonna apply that. I'm gonna try to blend it out with my brush. This is not my first time trying it. I think I've used this maybe twice before and I really did enjoy it. It is a cream product and it is very, I don't want to say shimmery, but it is glowy and illuminating. It does have some, you know, of that micro shimmer. But it blends out really nicely and it does add a little bit of color, as you can see. Not so much, it's not like extremely pigmented. Okay, so back to what I was saying about how I've been feeling and just things that we've been dealing with. Yeah, so we have a fire next to us. It's not super close where it affected us to the point that we had to evacuate, but we are close enough that we get repercussions in other ways, like bad quality air, ashes. The whole entire city and like nearby cities were covered in smoke and ash. We were not going out at all. I mean, you can't even go out regardless. And when I did go out to take the dogs to go pee, it was really, really quick. I wasn't out there for too long. I didn't walk the dogs like the whole block that I usually walk them. I just went out to the front, do their business, and then come back in. Our dogs didn't like it either. Whenever I would take them out, like they would want to be out there to play and stuff, but also they would kind of like make this noise, like it sounded like they were sneezing. Honestly, it was pretty bad the first couple days. It was thick, like you can smell it. It was coming in the house and we would wake up like around 3 or 4 in the morning and the house would be full of like that smell and kind of like smokiness. And yeah, it was so bad because we couldn't really sleep. Thankfully, it has gotten better. Today and yesterday was the first days that we had like actual blue skies and clear skies and the sun was able to shine through, because again, it was like covered in smoke that the sun, you couldn't even see the sun. It was so bad. It just looked super gloomy and gray and smoky. For highlight, I'm going to be using this one from Venex. I think that's how you pronounce it, Venex Organic. And they did send over these before the pandemic started, but obviously everything went downhill after that and nobody cared about makeup. And even till now, not a lot of people care about makeup, but it makes me happy and I know some of you really enjoy it, so that's why I still do these videos. I do have 2, the same product, just different shades. It is the Diamond Glow Melted Highlighter. I have the color Wedding Ring and also the color K Color. And I did say yes to receiving this PR because it is an eco-friendly brand. The packaging is glass and bamboo. I did already try these. I don't know if I've talked about them in a video or not, but I really do enjoy them because even though they are cream, they don't go on as cream. And they're kind of like a cream to powder type of deal. At least that's how it feels on my skin. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but they're very beautiful. I absolutely love both shades, although they're very similar. It also just melts into my skin really nicely and it just doesn't feel like super tacky like other cream products. I feel like I've been talking for like an hour. I'm already tired. All right. I do have these new little sticks. These are from Thrive Cosmetics. It's not a new product, but they did release new shades and they did send them over. It's called the Brilliant Eye Brightener and they're pretty much highlights that you can use like in your inner corner, on your brow bones, on the cheekbones, on the nose, Cupid's bow, wherever you want. I'm gonna use them as eyeshadows. I have tried this product before, but again, these are just new shades. So I have tried the formula and I really do like it because even though they are a cream crayon type of product, they do kind of set. So we're gonna try it on the eyes. Usually I stay away from cream products on the eyes because it's gonna crease. They came out with this white one, which is called Estrella. This gold one is called Gia, and then this kind of like taupey brown is called Muna. So I'm gonna use the gold. What I'm gonna do is apply the gold one on the entire lid, just to have a little bit of color on the lids and a little bit of shimmer as well. I'm gonna try to blend this, just the edges with the brush. A very subtle color, but it just adds a lot of like glow and luminosity and just like shimmer and sparkle to the eyes. I have another eyeshadow. This is a powder eyeshadow that came in my Petit Vour, I think like 3 months ago or so. It's from the brand Nude by Nature. The packaging is really, really pretty. It is more like a rose gold packaging, but it is a matte brown eyeshadow, and I think it's gonna be perfect, just like a very neutral, dark brown eyeshadow that I can use. Ooh, that is so pretty. I get so excited with the color brown. Go ahead and apply this on the outer V. Hopefully it blends well with what I already have going on. I did apply some mascara. I only have one mascara in my whole collection at the moment, and it is the Milk Kush mascara. But let me know in the comments down below, what is your favorite mascara? Maybe I haven't tried it and I can pick it up and try it out. I'm gonna do a little bit more highlight in the inner corner and a little bit on the brow bone. And for that, I'm using a different shade of the Brilliant Eye Brightener in the color Aurora, which is a little bit lighter than the gold that I applied. So I'm just applying it right here in the inner corner, and a little bit on the brow bone. I did get this product from Bite Beauty, and it is a lip primer. I have never tried a lip primer, nor have I ever seen a lip primer, which is kind of interesting. It comes in their like usual soft touch packaging, kind of like their lip crayons. It's called the Line and Define Lip Primer with kiwi and jackfruit extracts. So this is supposed to, it says keep your lip color in line. That's pretty much all it says on the box. I'm really not liking the way it's looking on my lips, but you are supposed to apply a lipstick or lip liner right after. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be applying my favorite combo at the moment. It is the lip liner in the color Khaki from Thrive Cosmetics, which is a beautiful like brown. Now we're gonna go on with the color Insight from the Bare Minerals lipstick line. I do have a whole lip swatching the entire collection. I'll link it in the comments down below if you're interested. But I absolutely love these lipsticks. They're very nourishing and moisturizing on the lips. And the color I'm using is the color Insight, which is more of a nude. I guess I'll see later on in the day how the lipstick wears and you know what happens with the primer on. So that is my favorite lip combo at the moment. It just gives me that like 90s vibes. Just like a very subtle, very, very pretty. If you have a lipstick that you know is kind of like feathery and it bleeds out, but you absolutely love the color of it and you just don't want to get rid of it, but you want it to work, I think that is what this product is for. That is pretty much it for the makeup look. I completely went kind of full force with this makeup look, especially for the face. Even though it is more of a full coverage, you know, for the complexion, I still really love the way everything came out, and it just looks very neutral and just very nude. So I really, really like it, and I hope that you do too. All right, my honey bunnies, so that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.